So you're excited to go on a date with this guy and he reschedules last minute. What do you do? How can you handle it? I'm dating coach Hayley Quinn, and I'm going to be giving you some quick advice in this video about what to do if he reschedules your date. This can be a tough one because you might feel really annoyed right now that you saved like a premium night of the week, like Friday or Saturday night for this guy, and suddenly he's cancelled, leaving you feeling high and dry without any other plans. But you also might be thinking that you haven't actually got to know him really yet, and you might want to give him the benefit of the doubt. So should you keep this possibility open? Before I tell you what I think you should do, I'd also love to hear in the comments, how would you handle it, or how do you normally respond if a guy tries to reschedule your date last minute? I remember very well that when you're single, a Friday or a Saturday or a Thursday, a night out can feel really significant because you plan your life around social and commitments and engagements, and perhaps if your Friday night is then you were expecting to go on a really exciting date and you end up hanging out on Netflix and chilling with your cat, it can feel a bit of a downer. And of course, spending time with yourself should actually always be better than going on a dodgy first date, but it doesn't always feel that way. So if you find yourself in this scenario, I want you to ask yourself 3 quick questions. 1, how much notice did he give here? Was he giving you plenty of notice and he maybe said a day or 2 ahead of time that he wasn't feeling well? Or are you getting a message more like 7 p.m, i.e. the time you're actually supposed to meet, and he's only just leaving his house, or he was about to leave, but he's got to do this other thing? Think about how much respect he's showing you through how much time he gives you. And think of it this way, sometimes life just happens and sometimes we do need to suddenly cancel on someone. But if that was you, how would you handle it? Would you give someone a phone call, or would you just send them a quick WhatsApp? So also think about how he's chosen to communicate this to you. Secondly, think about how much transparency he's given around the reason he needs to reschedule. Is it something very vague, like, oh, I've just got to do a few things, or my friends just turned up? Or has he given a really good detailed reason why that needs to happen? Finally, what's his next action step? Has he suggested meeting again, and does that plan work for you? Normally, if someone has to reschedule, they'll come back to you with some really solid alternative options. Has he said, I'm really sorry, I'm not feeling well today and I'm worried I'm not going to feel good enough to go out tomorrow. How about we do next week instead? Would Wednesday or Friday work for you? Is he giving that clear reasoning? Is he being communicative? Is he giving you enough notice? And is he giving you valid other options? If he's texting you at 7 p.m. and says, well, how about we meet at 10 p.m. instead? That's very different, isn't it? When you're in this scenario, it can be really tempting, though, to agree to that last-minute reshuffle of the date, because the idea of just going home when you've been really looking forward to going out with someone can feel like a real downer. However, this is one occasion where you really want to show respect for your own time and set a precedent here around how someone can treat you. And if you're not sure what's the right thing to do, you can always put the ball back into his court. You can say, I actually can't do tomorrow, or I can't do later tonight, but maybe next week, smiley. If you send this message, he knows that you're still open to meeting, but you've made it clear that you would like an actual plan to be made around that. If you've given him that positive encouragement that you are in fact open to meeting, you can feel safe leaving the ball in his court. Rest assured, if he's genuinely interested and also genuinely ready to be able to date you, he will follow this up and make another plan. And if he doesn't, you haven't lost out on anyone that you should be paying that much attention to. If you'd like more advice on how you can feel really confident in your dating life, please head over to hayleyquinn.com/real love, where you can enroll in my free online mini training.